Good evening friends and welcome to den totalitära bondedemokraturen. Yes. And that is extremely loud. It's one of those. That was a long time ago that we had one of those. Yes. But we are certainly, everything is ready, is recording, yes, it's great. We see here a train arriving. I'm very dry in the mouth there. Yes. Here, Piatas. Now this train just arrived with 150 tons of fuel here. 150 tons, yes, 150 tons. Damn it, I need to calm down a bit here. Yes, but you see, the reason for my excitement, our excitement here, we can see like this. And they will be coming from all directions. There's a bus doing something. Yes, we have. I mean, it is. Yes, welcome to 1985. 1985, the 16th of October. 1 year off, but still, almost. By random coincidence here. But yes, 1 year off. Let's see. What are you doing? Transstar CO. Ba-da-bum. Yes, now they're coming. You see, we're down to 115, 113. Yes, lots of vehicles are coming here. You can turn off. And just see the mayhem that occurs. But pardon me, it has calmed down because previously here it was, cars were going here and everyone was going here, so I think that we're catching up ever so slowly. Ever so slowly we're catching up with filling the backlog of resource and workers, both workers and resources. We are lacking because it's whatchamacallit. Yes, we have all the infrastructure in place, but the first winter, and the second winter, no, we can't even talk about it. But this is not actually looking that bad. So far, but probably there will be a train coming to refuel as well. Maybe we're in the scene here. How much fuel do we have? 5,500 tons. Actually, look at this. All the gas stations have 70 tons. They're all full now. Fantastic. I mean, there is still a bit of back. No, these are forklifts together. Yes, we are caught up with fuel. I think, if I am understanding the system here correctly, we are more or less caught up. The problem is that it will be a long time before the next train arrives, but it doesn't really matter because you see, we saw all the gas stations, all the fuel gathering places. Yes, all of them were full, which is great. And there's a lot of, well, it's very laggy. Where are we? Oh, we're at Molna. Molna is deserted, unfortunately. Yes, colleague, you have to move now. You cannot be between me and the key and the interface here, the control interface for the Soviet simulator. You know, it doesn't. You have to. Can you please be over here? Do I have to lift? Yes, I have to lift. Apparently, yes. Come on, you understand this? You just don't want to. Come on, over here. Yes, you know where it is. Yes. There we go. Be there, and it will over get. This is not a good place to see anything because it is deserted. We should look at. I will have a flyover here over the fields. Why not? And since this is the last field, basically, maybe we're not going to get it. And see here, there are 70 tons lying here in the field, harvested and ready, but the trucks, the problem, the thing is that we just don't need them. But we could. Yes, but we don't have any resources. It doesn't really matter because we will one day have. But I need somewhere to put all the grain now. And then we can't build it here. Can we build it? It's all going here. So here will be a pretty decent place for it. It's very far away from where we have workers and resources. But have a look at steel mill here. You see 190 workers. They're missing iron, unfortunately. But still, 190 workers. We obviously need more miners here in the mine. Okay, that's many. Se allvarligt järn och kol. I think that we can get rid of this line, more or less. Now we have a different system. This is the same thing. Yes, but these are depoted. There should be active vehicles. Yes, you are active. And there should be another one here. Assigned to malmbrytarna, but you're doing not exactly the same thing apparently. Anywho, we need sort of more of this thing. Is what we need. So we shall try and get more workers. Yes, and we do that by creating a new line. Here, create line. This is great. This such an addition. Let's see. This is pardon me, very dry in the mouth. There. This is what should we call it here? What should we call it here? I sort of lost the thread. Yes, this is yes, Jan. But no. Yes. Allvarligt, iron miners. Yes, so far that's the first step, and then we go into the mayhem here. Yes, we're going to put more buses on this, is what you're saying. It actually works quite well. If you do, it obviously uses a lot of fuel, but it actually gets the job done. And imagine a hospital. Thank you, what to say. I presume, as it was. Are you going to concentrate, man? Iron is not that difficult. It's just that you have a lot of stuff here. Yes, what we should do is we don't need this. What is this? This is the place we're going. Yeah, that could be handy to have. These buses. This one is already depoted, so screw that. And this one we depot now. And we have a depot out here somewhere. I seem to recall now, I had forgotten, I seem to recall saying something about when we reach 10,000 should we turn on fires. No, it is when we have Stockholm. When we have Stockholm, we turn on frequent fires and let it burn. All except, of course, the most important core things here, which shall be extremely well fire protected. But it is difficult. It will require heating. Why cannot they have just like electrical elements? What should we call it? Radiators in there, and they draw a bit more electricity. A fire station is not that. But it has to be a Soviet fire station, of course. It has to be an enormous big thing. Yes. Anyway, you are going to depot now. Very good. Continue with the line. Yes, at the bus platform, we only load. It doesn't really matter, but it's just for clarity's sake we do this. And then we go to the iron mine. Bus stop. Yes. Where we unload 100%. And here there is always enough space available for workers, so everyone will get off. We will not have workers coming back on this line. So I took one bus out of that. No, we're done. Yes, and now we're going to get some vehicles for this. And let's see what we have. Should we reuse this or should we we use new ones. Yes, we have brand new ones standing around. Follow me here. Yes, indeed, we have new ones standing around. What are you talking about? Yes, I'm talking about the buses. Here buses, yes. They should be about here somewhere. But we don't know if these are not new. These may be new. Or they have gone for a refuel and gotten cleared off the schedule. That means that they have been maintained here in the road vehicles depot, since it is. I mean, look, it is so enormous to park a vehicle, so something must be going on. There we go, and launch. 2. No, we're going to need more. We used one down there, but anyway, fuel was available everywhere, they said. Let's see what you do. You're fully fueled up, fully serviced and ready to go. Excellent. Most excellent. And we are going for a little bit. We are going for a road trip, you could say, here. Yes. Here we have a nuclear power plant, and thank you also, of course, good timing. I didn't notice how many canisters of empty used, yes, not empty, no. You're driving in the wrong lane. You should keep. We have rechtsfahrgebot. You know. You must keep right at all times. If not doing overtaking, if not overtaking, you are in the right lane. What the hell are you doing? This is terrible. This at least now you're doing the right thing. You think that you're American. Anyway, there was a crash with an ambulance, but nothing ever happens, which is great. Yes, I mean, we could probably get a bit better. Yes, if you look straight at the ground, the frame rate is excellent. But yes, it is what it is. It's I cannot prioritize the production equipment at this point in time. Unfortunately. But it is now that I want to do this, obviously. So this is what we get. But this is taking some time. This has always been slow, by the way, driving down here. There was another bus. Hello. We have commuters all the way from Hantasino because that town has exploded, quite a lot, in fact. Because now we have good heating available. Yes, good heating available. Yes, we have good heating. We have enough heat to do all sorts of things. And I was thinking if we shouldn't, let's see, we're going to need to get even more workers. We have 6,500. Yes, we need basically the same amount again in Stockholm. It is the 1st of November of 1985. Yes. We are not going to import Soviet experts here. No. Even if let's just have a look at the price of immigrants here for yes, but it's full, so we cannot even see what it would. It's all full, I think, here. Yes, but empty houses is not a problem. To find they are everywhere. There's not survivors. No, we leave the name as it was. They gave it a good shot. The problem was with the heating, because it heats also needs apparently to heat the populated buildings. Anyway, it costs 3 million to invite 5 of these, and it's 179. So how much is that? Let's see, what did we say? About 2.9 million times. If you want to fill it up, 179. That's half a billion. And how much am I worth here? I'm worth like 5.5 billion. No, 6 billion in nuclear fuel, for example. And bitumen, we have quite a bit as well. That would be very troublesome to get, but we will get dollars, and that will not work. I mean, it could be interesting. I mean, we could do an experiment with one town, say of, for example, here on the border with. So it is not probably it may not be a bad idea at all if you want to get this place livened up a bit, but I don't think that we should do it now when winter is approaching, because the heating infrastructure is not of any correct kind or of enough magnitude. Oh, so 500 million for one house. Yes, for one of those. Yes, so an entire city. How many of these do we have? 100? Are you crazy? Well, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's would be quite expensive, but we don't need. But what I'm thinking is for the experiment then would be to mix. I have seen -dollars, so I cannot see what they cost. But the third world immigrants here for dollars, and a bit of these and a bit of these. No, not the educated ones. The educated ones will take from. So of course we will do. The educated ones we will move from Hansasino is of course the obvious place. It is close. It is overpopulated. It is really overpopulated, in fact, I think. Living preference. As you see, we have them all over the place. This is fantastic. This here 46. In this. What should we then first import the immigrants and then get the experts for ourselves from our own, because I think that they are all educated as well. They ought to be. How can we see? We can see that, but we cannot see if these are educated here. We have to go and look at them. Here, anyone will. Yes, you have 100%, but not very good health. Are you drinking quite a bit? Yes, cheers to Antemeli. Yes, and what we have. We have so many of these. So we need a bit of what should we call it here? Money. I think they call it. Exchange value. What do we have that we can transport and get on a train, for example? That is valuable. Not ridiculously valuable like this. But something different. Not useful things like these, and it's not railroad connected. What is then railroad connected? The nuclear fuel, and well, we do have quite a bit of these. These, if we take these to an eastern border, we will get many rubles. Yes, this Long time ago we did this. Oh, it's finished. Yes, I have a long train depot now. Let's try this. Let's see what we can get in the form of length for a train. So we should have, it's better. Excellent. It was better. Of course, the Barra is going to get to do this a long time ago. Barra was doing this. Maybe it was about the same year. A different time. You go here, you load, and then you go here. And I think that we're going to use a few more trains to do this because we have so much of the things here, the locomotives. We really don't need this. We built an enormous amount. And here it is. Old Husqvarna grus. Old. Yes, the one thing I think that is written in English is that one. I might be something more. There you go. You see, that's 170 million rubles, and we're going to get ourselves a really long one of these trains. That's what we're going to do. Although, wait a minute here, when I do this, don't they get... I cannot sell them later. Maybe. I'm uncertain. Let's maybe pause and think about this. What do we have? One tanker and a whole lot of these class 55 Deltic. Yes, they are a little bit quicker, I think, than what we currently have as the standard. But we have, I mean, yes, they were apparently doing them for quite a while. So whatever, we can do this. Yes, we can let this happen. Doesn't matter. We have such a ridiculous amount. So this to the eastern border was it a good idea to let these out at the same time? Maybe not. It is completely unsignaled here. But it seems to be working. What as you're going in the loop. This railroad is a bit... all of this that we see here is one block. Yes. To about here. Now where is it? Oh, it's all the way over here. To here. Yes. Then for some reason it goes into a bit of single track. And this is a very special setup, and it is. I'm not going to try and redo it because look at all the high voltage line. Yes, all the connections on the twin reactor power plant is hooked up to something. But now that when we were trying to heat all the thing here, it was going at 60-70 megawatts. But the grid was not keeping up, and we had too few of the electrical heating things, so you can't use them in a large town, or you need like such an amount of electricity that it is ridiculous. So we're not going to do be doing that. Let's see what we got here now in the depot. This one is still like that. What if we do this? No. Hopper car could be a good thing to have, you know. Is this I've never quite understood. But if I move on one of these, they will certainly become, you know, owned, and I cannot sell them. Barra. Let's see what you can do here. How much would you be in dollars? 88 million. It's actually not a bad deal because we need dollars, but no, dollars we get. Dollars. We have a different source for dollars. Yes. Maybe it's about time to send Lisa out. As I don't know how much she's holding, but we can go and have a look later. There we go. There, unload trains. Yes. While train fully enter depot. As I have unpaused a long time ago. Now this was a bug. I have encountered this before. It's not a good thing. This I cannot give. Yes, I can give orders for, but it doesn't. It might be new. I don't know. But what is the problem here? Pardon me. What is the problem? We're not anywhere near it for one thing, but you are just supposed to go to the border. Just please launch. Wait while train fully enter depot. I shouldn't touch. I can't touch this. Have we ruined Barra? That would be a shame. Right then, another one. Do we have anything that has been something? As we have. This is a museum piece, but it is standing in the. As it will get. This will get the honor to get us a big load of rubles. Yes. Load from there and then go to the border, which is not very far away. Unload. Start. Look at this little locomotive. Are you going to pull? Oh. I see. These are quite cute. These. But it might look a bit ridiculous pulling, 4 or 5. Those. Yes, we have a long train depot now, but it is maybe not working quite right. Let's see what we get here. Please not highlight while give Control G is pressed. Why? It does not serve any function. It must be possible to disable. It has to pull quite. Was it all the same? What is the last one? Yes, it was all the same. What is it worth? 232 million rubles we'll get for this. Okay. Should we get the dollars going? Yes, we should. We should also get do songs of harvesting. Yes, that's fitting for this. 232 million rubles was it? How are you doing? You buses here. There was a lot of things on this line apparently. You erase only the ones in service, please. You are in service. You are heading for the bus platform. This is how you end up with too many windows open at once. What? Yes, you are also not. I should have clicked a different button here. I should have clicked this instead. Yes, the line, and then we get the buses that are actually doing the thing here. They are all heading for the bus platform, and I suppose they're all heading, you know, at this. They are right after each other in a row, so to say. Is what they are. We want to see. Oh, 25 workers you got there. Yes. I think this works, you know, having a ridiculous amount of buses. You didn't get any. That's unfortunate, and we still have hopes for you. Here. Does it really take this long to drive down to the border? It didn't seem that long to fly over. And yes, the railroad is convoluted as hell. It goes on the other side of the mountain. It's not convoluted, it's just what it is, because it's Sayov was in the way. We couldn't build the railroad through Sayov. We didn't want to disturb. And also the uranium and nuclear fuel fabrication industry. We actually have railroad connection, but anyway, Sayov was still in the way, and we got this awful bridge. Yes, it's not how you're supposed to do it. So we got 3 of those, whatever class, something. You see, now I got 11 workers there, and you, none. Maybe you're still on the first. So that's 25. That's 36 workers for the for the iron thing. What we really should look at is a steel mill, if this is working or not. Because coal we certainly have. You know, we could do another one from Hansasino. There is so many people that are unemployed, actually. It's just there is a bar away. Passenger, great big train. Problem is to get the station. One would have to put the station in the center. You know, tear down the church and put it there, basically. No, we're not tearing down the church, but you say you would have to do something like that. so everyone would have access to it. So we could have, well, I think the maximum is 1,500 people that you could have in there, and then we'd have those what they're called? No, it was not motor cars, larger ones, but train sets, diesel ones, of course, motor wagons or something they're called. But about this length, yes, about this length, and maybe a bit quicker than this one. It's doing 100, really, 493 tons they're pulling. And the 23rd of November, I could have predicted it. It always snows on the 23rd of November. I have noticed here. Yes, the weather system is not very dynamic now, is it? I realize we are very early beta here, I think, on the seasons, but they have done a lot of work on it. There must have been, the heating mechanic and all of that stuff. It's well done, but it is hard as hell to retrofit. But you're not supposed to do that. Well, you weren't supposed to do that. Now you can do it. Now it's supported. But yes, this is done in an unsupported fashion. And that is why we are in 1985 and the prices are in 2033 prices. Dum, dum, dum. And you see, now it got 60 workers for the iron mine. And this one got 3. So you see, it works. Yes, great. Should we get some dollars as well? This is always good to have. Then we go here. But I also like, there's a charm to having like 0, but -0 is a bit annoying. Okay, you have gone here now apparently, and you have no fuel still. I don't understand this. 0.08 tons. Right. Okay, we're empty. Yes, the strategic fuel transporter here. Where are you doing? Where are you doing? Ah, you're waiting down there, of course, by the oil refinery. Oh, that was... that's quite nice. It takes a whole lot longer than it did before, but it is a nice effect. Maybe I hold control to not do it or something. Fuel transporter, what is 341 tons? Yes, a new 119 tons. Right. How many workers in the oil refinery? 60. It's not so impressive, but this is terrible. I have built, yes, so many snowplows that it is ridiculous. So the roads should be clear immediately. I suppose they are doing their best. Right, we have to do this too. No, apparently not. Come on, yes, here. And then we do the experimental traffic pathfinding. What is this? The third or fourth official change of pathfinding, I think. But there have probably been many little tweaks and things. But when you know how to set it up, then it often works quite well. Why isn't this road plowed? Yes, you're doing it now. Now this is more like it. Now you see it is smoking a whole lot more here. 122 workers. It's not a lot, but it's okay. It is okay. But we need fuel. Okay, should we send this then? As not that one, the other one. I might as well. 119 tons. That's not a lot, but there you go. You have a little bit of a journey ahead of you. But this is the strategical thing. It is your regular journey. It's just that you're supposed to be full, but we cannot accomplish that at the moment. And we cannot tell you to do something silly out here, can we? Well, if we told you to load crude oil and wait until loaded, I think you would stay. Maybe. You never know, but we can try. It would be nice to have it parked up over there for a bit so that we can try and build up a little bit of a buffer here. Is Beatas empty yet? No, not yet. Okay, so getting dollars then. Back to here. I'm not sure if we can do it right now, but let's see, Lisa. How are you doing? You're fully tanked. Okay, you're completely ready to go. Excellent. $233 million. Let's see what we actually get. I have minus. I might be, I might owe something or something. I don't know what's going on with that, but here we go. Unload. Yes. Yes, it was this boat. I sent the Western countries to load 100% of fuel, and I had like $7 million, and it did it. And it got about that much. Now that's going to take a long time to cash in. 233 million, or it's not going to be as quick as the rumors want. No, it's not, and this is the complete opposite of what we actually want. Yes, I'm not sure I want to do immigrants anyway, and Sayov is pointless. It's not pointless. We can do plenty of things from Sayov if we would like. But let's see here. I've tried to cover, for example, Domsaliga a little bit for clearing the roads. How are they doing? Actually, not that bad. Now it started snowing again. So at the moment it's not that great, but it looks pretty decent. This place doesn't have a snowplow. We managed to build any. It depends, they don't have any steel out here. Missing steel. So I don't think we have any. Oh, here we have 3. Perfect. Just what we need. So we changed the depot or workplace to this one. And they should get working on keeping this clear. But they can't do much. The range should be extended like 3 times or something. But maybe it is too expensive in CPU time to do. So you can't do it. Well, you can do it, but it won't work. Here is Gatsinchad, I think it's called. Yes, it is deserted, more or less. I see here there are people, and they are happy. They were unable to get food. What are you doing here, for example? You are going to... Yes, but why? Yes, okay. Meat storage, wait until loaded. You don't have to go around. It's a small optimization here. And see, how are you doing? You're full. That's very good. This place we haven't really... No, let's not keep that out. How are they doing here? They are not doing great. But they are doing something. And speaking of which, nothing at all, rather, we have this Palace of Soviets, and there is something. It's not quite that large, but it was very large. It was a sports playground. This is something from North Korea, I think. As this. How much would you cost? Half a million. Okay. Need flat terrain. You have plenty of road access from... Well, okay. Yes, the dollars have started counting up. Lisa is out on her journey. This is... I wonder if they will have reached all the way. I think they will. Could use the rubles for this then. Yes. Exchanging rubles for terrain modification. Well, if you're lazy, it's a pretty good way to do it. But not rubles. We locomotives that we have done plenty of work on, and we were supposed to build to get Sayov up. This is just so that the area around it, the roads, will actually be possible to connect up to something. That's why we're doing this. This is a bit tedious, but you want something like this to actually work. And about here, It became a new town, regrettably. Okay, you have footpath connection here. Very nice. And road connection here on the sides. Well, this is the hubris area. We're quite a ways away from that right now, aren't we? That's enough for now. That's $20 million worth of road. Is här in Rio Grande Stadium. Okay then. Right. Other big projects that we are working on here, I think about, you're thinking grain storage, by the way. Yes, but why? We have all the grain we need and more. And when yes, for a buffer, yes, but we don't need it. We have a buffer. So no, this project is not yet it's not finished yet. It's so many work days to do. So they are boring into the ground. The geothermal heating plant. Pardon me. But does it have a heating connection? Yes, it does. 2 are there? No, 2? Didn't you do about the same amount as one of these heating plant? 210 gigajoules. How much do you do? Heating plant. 240 gigajoules. It's the same amount, and you have 2 pipes. I have already done a whole lot of piping here. Yes, that's what it is. Now I recall. Hello. Yes. This is already, hooked in. I think most of it should be covered. And somehow we have managed to build all these things. Yes, that reaches many, many places. Very good. Yes. Well, what should have? Buildings should have self-heating. Just as these have, but they should have electrical heating, like a fire station or something out in the middle of nowhere. A switch, something electric heating enabled, and it will draw electricity and a lot of it. But that's fine. I have a twin reactor nuclear power plant, and a whole lot of high voltage wires all around the place. So I think I can supply whatever it needs to heat a little fire station. Yes. Well, the thing I'm going to do is build small, like this. We can demonstrate, because we have a place where it's about way down here somewhere. If I recall what it was I was supposed to do, which I don't. Oh, it's completely slipped my mind. Yeah, did it have something to do? Let's try and go back here and see if we can recall what it was. We were doing heating things and yes, demonstrating that we have out here. Here we have fire station, 2 bus stops.
Yep.
And no workers since it has burned down. Many things has burned down here. You see, either 2 or 3 things has burned down because you lose the fire truck as well. So in here we'll put mold, and we'll put, but we could also try and use, 19 gigajoules of heat. That must certainly be enough to heat this thing. Large bitumen, that sounds smelly. Environmental 1.2 tons per year, 7 tons per year. No. We should be able to get 0.25 tons of fuel for 1 gigajoule of heat. That sounds very good. Heating plant, wood. 4.2 tons per year. 13 point. No. What we want is this electric heating plant. Small 20 gigajoules of heat. It's about the same then. Should we try one of these? How many workers does it have? 5. It's the same, and it does about the same amount of thing. You're obviously supposed to put a tank next to it. So you have. Yes, you have okay, fuel inputs there, and you have one heat output there. Okay, but it doesn't matter, we're not taking it anywhere, are we? No. There we go. And then next to it, put a storage facility for the fuel. Oil fuel storage. One could have a pump here in between, but the workers will have that effect too. With desert. Something like that then. Then a road. We want a road connection too. Well, this though, we're doing this for now. Yes. Should we have a look? Just 13,300, 400 adult children, 113. So we need to do something about that. We need to use them. We need to put them to use. And I don't know how to do this. It will be fiddly as hell. One way to do it would be to use a town, and then try and transplant the population. Because I believe that if I move people into a house like this, when they become adults, I think they stay in the same building until it is full. I think they do. There are no workers on the work site. No workers mechanism. It doesn't take mechanisms. It is just manual labor. Hard. But the construction office workers is on the case. And here we have 39 workers coming. So that's 39 times. No, that's 39 work days. Yes. 935 left. Really? So 890 there was something around there. I can't do it. So. There we go. Now this happening things. Overall progress on the construction. Yes, you can have an enormous amount of workers if you like, but they are busy elsewhere. Although we sort of, if we just had this, because this, I mean, the roads look reasonably clear here. It seems to be taken care of, really. Not completely, not well enough. Here, for example, we could have one of the not a large, not anything of this. I was thinking we could have a you know, well, I suppose it wasn't that important. Yes, yes, it is important. Just a bit confused. What you want is technical services. They will have one of these nice small ones. Here, can't build due to infrastructure. Show wireframe. Oh, it is very red. I don't think that this will be possible, but we shall make an attempt and not cave in the railroad in the process, please. Be very, very careful here. Will that do it? Yes, it will. It will even do a larger one. Yes, the roads shall be clear. Here. Where we have activities. Such as here, where they are not clear. What the hell is going on? This is not caught up with fuel. But this should be full. Why is it not full? You're going there, where that place is full. What's your problem? Is there such a demand on this place? I don't think it is. Well, anyway. The only thing that we can do here to get this done is wait a bit. And when we have waited a bit, it will be finished. As we will move excess population in here somehow. Really would like a button for you know, what you can do when you build something new. is you can here get citizens, randomly move citizens. There's a button to do that with like this, you know. Click get random citizens, and it will take of course the adult children first. Adults 21 plus, it says there, but here in the thing here they still have it, the old classic saying, just get rid of the wireframe. It is snowing, it's lovely, but we're looking at the ghost town. What we're looking is here is the future. Where should people live so they can thrive and such? They need to work here. It is extremely important that they work here. It's because all of this will need heating. Because it exists. Yes, because it exists, it needs heating. And wasn't this as a heating plant? $30 workers too. It's exactly the same as. But you have a little bit of environmental pollution. 3.6 tons per year. Max power consumption per day 73 megawatt hours. 73 megawatt hours. How much do you do? 140 megawatt hours. Okay. But no environmental pollution. What's no? The environmental pollution is moved elsewhere. We can see where it is. It's right down here. Here. It was a long time ago that we had a look with the as it burned down. No, it is here. Dosimeter, yes. It is quite here. It should drop off. Yes, it does. It still reaches only here, but it's now completely instant, I think. Good. Now if you zoom in you can still get it. Yes, completely fine, completely dead. Fine, dead, and so on. In that fashion. Right, we will have a bit of Svetlana here. I would like a bit more music, please. Could we arrange that, you think? I think we can. So that's, yes, here, that's where the pollution is moved in case of electrical heating. So where was that again? It is here. I want to go about Paraslav. No, I really can't see anything when it's snowing. It's yes, that's the construction offices. The thing is over here. There's the fire station, and here's a technical office. They're quick. Down here. This thing they have not gotten started on yet, but they have concreted. They are great. Here there is nothing. Not assigned to construction office. Oh, it has a fancy road. You know, it's asphalt. Do we really need that? It's fine. It will be a while before we bring workers out here, won't it? Yes, because we will not turning the fires back on until we have Stockholm saved. Somewhat secure. Yes. Some of the goods. Yes, it wouldn't be clothing, would it? Yes, it would. They are using so much clothing here in Alvaret that it is, it's a terrible situation is for this, and we have a backlog of clothing as well. None. At least 16 people are working there, and have a little bit of extra fabric, so it's pretty good balance. But the thing is, the train is in here, and whilst the train is in here, it stands around forever and does its thing. Maybe we don't need it to load 100%. Make you go. No. No, it apparently doesn't work, the first time, or what should I call it? Go on your trip again. Eventually you will be full, and then this problem will be solved. Somewhat. Yes, because while the train is in here, the truck gets nothing. But you do have 4.5 tons. Shouldn't need to intervene, but I do it anyway here. Yes, this really should have a road cargo station. Why doesn't it? Because it is snarled up in railroad. That's why. Yes, but what about here? Road cargo station. An enormous road cargo station. Yes. What is this that's a school? Oh, you were trying to connect up to that one, I think. No, we don't quite need that. Yes. Yes, hooked up to the road network. Not that it will matter, but wait a minute. The factory has another connection. Let's do it a slightly different way then. They can clear snow with the bulldozer here. But it will also ruin infrastructure if you happen to touch upon it, so don't. For road cargo station, yes. There's a power line in the way. If it wasn't for that power line, if it wasn't for the power line there, I think it would actually do it. You will be without electricity for a little bit here. And once again, please, with the road cargo station. Come on, why are you not... Okay, the road will have to be... Why are you not hooking up to there? And... Oh, come on, you want to do this? I want you to do this anyway. In either case. As you have two there, just do it. Maybe it's too far away. You know, it might be too far away. What we could do, we could try and do. You have our cars are apparently going by here. Nice. But yes, this is the truck. You are instead now we'll try and send you to directly to the factory. To load. And wait. Because I think it has three parking spaces and we don't use any. Right, as it is right now. So that's where you're going to load from now on, and you're loading clothing, nothing else. Well, it was the 1st of January of 1986. Happy New Year's. Yes, Happy New Year's indeed. We remove. Oh, well, okay. Polo here was one you don't do. There we go. But you continue. You go here for. No, you're done. I see. Well, then you go to the clothing factory. Yes, they have clothes. They have everything. Although in a little bit short supply of both meat and food. I would say. Here, there are so many snowplows that you wouldn't believe, but they are not. That should be your reach. But I don't know, I'm not quite seeing it, you know. Building is without power supply, but that doesn't seem to be an issue. Because if we look over in Molna here, no, not Molna. Yes, it's called Molna, that's why I'm... And Molna would be here. That's why I'm having a real problem remembering what it was I was supposed to do. Right, but here we haven't gotten one yet, but there should be on the motorway here somewhere. This is not built. Should be something. Yes. Never mind, I suppose. Then this is not looking great. About 70 kilometers an hour you're doing. So it must be much better than it looks. The heating plant is going quite strong. Here do we have... here we should have environmental pollution. But it... buildings. Oh, well, maybe we can find it by doing... uh-huh. Yes, we view the actual pollution. I can't quite. It is very, it is completely red here all over the place. But then it goes green. So it's good. The heating plant spreads about here around bad, and not going to have people living there. $127. Minus a bit, yes, give or take. 25, I would think it would be. Doesn't, never mind. Should we do either a little pause and I go and get a refill or something here? Or are we done? Well, it's January and winter is... I don't even worry about this anymore, apparently. Oh, it's doing great. 13,215 workers. Yes, if we could just finish the thing. How is the steel mill doing, by the way? 43 workers, not great. No, in wintertime, I would think that the commute line from Hansasino is quite hopeless. We're working for a construction office. Iron miners, okay. Well, they seem to be doing alright. The snow effect. When it is snowing, I'm not quite sure it's... when if you turn the GUI off, it's... You know, it's like driving in a really heavy snow. It is hopeless, and it is also, you know, hypnotizing a bit. Driving in heavy snow, that's not a fun exercise. No. But if you have to, you have to. And now it stops snowing, and now we can look at all the things and how lovely they are. And wonder where the snow plows are. Why don't they get out immediately when it starts snowing? Well, it's not immediately, but before it has stopped completely. This question was break or call it a thing. The sun rises. over Alvaret and Poloshevo. Well, we really should get Poloshevo up and running to be the breeding ground for what will then become Stockholm. The people of... Or are we going to do the immigration thing with Sayov? And take our educated adult children as teachers in the schools and everything. Well, I think that I mean, we could try and do a pause, but just in case, dear friends, thank you so very much for watching. Good night. We resume, and it is apparently the 15th of February of 1986. Yes, recording, very good. And this thing is complete, you know. And we can unpause. It was the 4th, yes, it was Valentine's Day, just there for 1 second after unpause. I caught it. Valentine's Day. So at, you know, here I have actually prepared a bit. This is finished. It's good. It has electricity. I think everything here should be good to go, more or less. You see, they have the best ambulances. The shop is stocked with not a lot of clothing. Maybe a problem for them. We shall see. There are kindergartens. There is heating, which will start working when they work. And it will be interesting to see. There's a lot of stuff here to heat up. Yes, since I apparently choose to heat up this as well. Yes. So, and I prepared city houses of Hansasino that we're going to get people from. We're going to keep an eye on this too. This is very, very cold now. I have chosen here 3 houses. These 3 houses it shall be. So we shall not, you know, fill them to max, but almost, or so. Maybe we should keep this open too, so you know how many. We should have more. And you see, here, this number goes down now, which is excellent. Yes. So we shall have more, please. About that many, I think is a good amount. And then we'll leave you alone. And we take this one. No, that's not at all what you wanted to do. Yes, it is right next to the other button. And in this case it was the slightly far away place. But here, yes, church is there, and here they are. Maybe we should have used, you know, the villagers' house, but they get to look at, listen to the railroad and yeah, all sorts of, and the view of the water. If you live there, at least, not you. Yeah, you do not get the view. But we need more. Many more workers here. That's about enough. And here... This was not supposed to cause pollution. It seems to cause pollution. Yes. Should we get the temperature gauge out? As you see, it's rising quickly. Very quickly. Well, it is also not very cold. But still. Yes, it is very cold. But, you know, not for long. And now we have the enormous house left here. That is like an endless well that you can just pick or scoop from. But very handy when you want to, you know, move a town, for example. Like this. We should have a few more houses. Yes, I didn't want to fill them very much. You said something about, I think. Might be the case, yes. Oh. Now there is a bit too much here to, let's see, let's try and orientate here. Yes, up here is where we want. This bybornas hus, yes. Unfortunately, byborna is not left, but still some of these might or must be rather descendants of them. Well, no, wait, I mean, these we're moving in from another place. Never mind. 185 adult children now, so that's great as well. That's going down. Now, we shouldn't get too much of this. No, we should keep it reasonable here. Maybe. Only in the... That's not a proper house. It's really no... Stalinismus. 70 people, if we take them out... I have been filling them up too much, I realize here. That's about enough. We want a couple of generations here to multiply. That's what we want. Here as well, though. Sure. 53 workers were out of job. 1 worker can't work due to sickness. 105 citizens were unable to participate in any sport. 68 citizens were unable to get electronics. 102 citizens were not able to enjoy culture. 51 citizens were unable to visit a pub, tavern. Okay. That doesn't sound good. Oh, and it's beginning to thaw here. You see now, interior is it's coming along. But is this? I think that every particle effect in this game creates pollution, doesn't it? I'm told, as far as I'm informed. Maybe I should say we should try and have a pollution monitoring station around here somewhere. We probably do. This is going like crazy. This Nice. Yes. So that's I mean, no. Don't do silly things here. This is closed. So don't go here and wait for party officials. Well, fine then. Ministry of Finance, you can have a few here. What we want to look after for here is a with that one. Yes, but that's too far away. This one is not too far away. Remember, it is green around it. Yeah, excellent. I suppose it's just steam or something, but there wouldn't be steam, there wouldn't be waste heat in a system like this, would there? Well, there will be some from pumps and things, but not this. Well, we are pumping out quite a bit. Yes. Who knows what's really going on here? After all, we get heat from it. It's very, very hot here. 1200 cubic meters. Okay, so with that then, we shall see here if I mean, how long does it take a town like this to grow for a little bit? How many did we get so far, by the way? That's a very good question. Polochevo, 1,389. That actually sounds like something. We could be even more aggressive with the relocation of citizens, but 97, and I'm not so sure that those are in Ansasino. They can also be here, actually, or not, because we have built. No one lives here. Why not? We don't like. Because we used to have adult children here, so here. But we don't any longer. Is there anyone living here? Yes, but it has gone down a bit. What's the problem? Too many windows open is the problem. Apparently you have stuck one of these. That happens quite often, you know. So, I mean, was that with Polochevo? I think it was. Let's see here if they've already gone ahead and multiplied as such and increased in things. Dum 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 dum. They are very unhappy here. But if we look at these two babies at the kindergarten and a lot of staff. Yes, but there is nothing really. We would want them if we could have them working for the industries for a bit. It would not be a bad thing, but I'm not looking at the town I'm thinking of because I'm talking about this town while pointing and looking at another one. Such is it sometimes. Apparently, we don't accept anything here. We have somewhere around here there is a should we call it? How are you doing for staffing? It could decrease a bit, I think. Was that a brownout? Yes, this. You. Ouch, you're drawing 1.8 megawatts. I think we have, maybe we have, no, we don't, it's not the meat. You, what are we going to do about that? Well, it's still within, what it could do, but it is upstream. We have a bottleneck or something, or we're drawing too much from here, for example. We're drawing nothing from here. More or less. Yes, this is not easy to follow, but I think I got it. Yeah. This switch. Now this switch looks really busy. 1 megawatt. Isn't that busy? It might have been something happening, something loaded something somewhere, or it is still. I don't care about that one. As long as they're fine here, which they are. Two fire trucks is. Wait a minute. Pardon me. Yes. 2 fire engines. That would be enough. Because the fires are still turned off. Yes. And medium citizen reaction. Yes. Need progression here. We need the population to grow. Okay, I know how to do it on hard, but I think normal, regular is a good thing. It's a good setting too, if you want, great population growth. Because look at this, we have done so great. The last still is taking its time. It is 1986 already, and it's been 6 years here. And here comes a very important train. It's bringing quite a bit back, actually. But the office is, as always, empty. How is Pierre Dansk doing? It's full. You know what? You can go directly. You can go back to Beatus, and you can top up Oskarshamn as well whilst you're there. Because I think that there is either there is a distribution office or there is a truck, a dedicated truck filling up, a tank, a regular tank with fuel from that station. So until that gets satisfied, we're going to have to continue to drive an excess amount of fuel into Piatas. Still, how we do 87 workers. Pretty good, and they're all educated. Do you live in Hansasino? Allvaret. Well, there isn't a shift from Hansasino. Here comes the bus. This could well be. No. Here comes another bus. It's the same line. Yeah, but the iron miners are doing good. The coal thing is not coal. The coal is also doing good, I think. Yes, it is. And we had some thoughts about here. We have a long train, shouldn't we? Haven't built any snowplows yet. No, we still don't have any steel here. Could we get some now then? Since the steel mill has been running quite hard recently, but for a while now. And I mean, this is full. Very good. Or it's not full, but it is at its limit. Say Beatus, you don't have anything. So you can go there now. What is this doing? Strategic steel. We don't really have the steel right now to get. So try and load up on bricks instead, and hope that a train with bricks not arrives. I think the other one is waiting for wood, so we could do that as well. No, it's waiting for bricks. Well, this one can be waiting for wood, and the other one for bricks. That would be great. Close. So one worker in steel mill, not much, not many. Look at carnage at bus stop maybe. Sounds like plan, execute, engage, etc. How are we doing here? Clothing. It's not working well, this. With the clothing for this shop and for this town, but we have actually caught up a bit, because clothing is one of those things that it takes a long time, or long time in relative terms. Yes, in relative terms. Save new produktion. Exactly. Load 100. No, we're not supposed to load 100%. You're supposed to load as much as you have about now, I think. Would be enough. that's mud road for some reason. That is textured as a paved road. Yeah, it seems quite busy here in Alvaret, I have to say. It is 5,348 people. Wow, that's a lot. Was this should we do it? Should we move to this? Is the year we move to Stockholm? Yes, I think it is. We have a lot of people here now, and are we caught up on things such as this oil refinery? Yes, I think we are. That's empty. Okay. Empty. The train is in. The train is in. Lisa is finished. 176 million. As we can see, it probably doesn't work here. No prices on market here. Bitumen. Quite a sharp drop there. Quite a sharp drop indeed. Because this, the way it exports it, as it is so much apparently that it affects the global market price of bitumen so much. Anyhow, we need more workers in here, I think. I'm not sure about this, but I think so. Pretty sure. It would certainly feel better to have a bit more in there. What's going on here, really? There's no fuel. Okay. Yes, I wanted to park that train in here, that's right. Then you're waiting to get fuel, which you won't get any more than you already have. So, where should we send you? We should send you somewhere where you have 300 tons. The odds actually isn't that bad off. I think that if you... Molna is also completely decent. I don't think we do that. So Lisa is back in harbor. There are already 1,200 tons of bitumen on board. The other one is docked over here in the dock, and such. Yes, we're taking back Stockholm. I'd like to see signs like that, you know. But this one has been here for ages, and I don't know if it's the only vehicle here, or it is that there is a bug with the vehicle or something. It can turn around. It can do a 3-point turn, basically, which isn't that difficult really. It's quite easy. And I think it's like mandatory in many places that you know how to do something like that to get approved. Very thirsty, you know. And that was the excellent tap water here. So you are out of fuel, you say, but do we care about this? What are you even doing? What are you even doing? Electronics. Okay. Well, as the sun rises on yet another day here in the TBD2. Yes, we're apparently staring at the border here. For unknown reasons. Yes, friends, I have to thank you so very much for watching, and wish you a good night.